aka Corrupt Alpha, back out with another video today. I'm gonna be making my Jeremiah Fears build. I just watched a lot of film on him. I wanted to get this video out the way. He's probably one of my favorite, gotta be one of my favorite players in this draft for real. You know what I'm saying? Probably top five for sure. But he went seventh. I mean between I know Neat Clifford went pretty late, but between Neat Clifford, Trey Johnson, you got Jeremiah Fears up there, Igor Demon, and Dylan Harper. That's probably like one of my favorite players out the draft. And you got Colin Murray Boyle. That's one of my sleepers, I guess. I feel like he could have got picked within the top five, and he dropped all the way down to 9. So I feel like he did good. But Jeremiah Fears. This is my Jeremiah Fears build. Just off watching, I don't know, probably like an hour of film on him. I haven't just sit here and just really studied the shit out of his game, but I do know he's about 6'2", 6'3". We're gonna measure him in at 6'4", saves with shoes on. Uh, I think he's a little lighter than this, but we're gonna let it fly. I don't know exactly what his wingspan is, but I believe it's 6'8", so we're just gonna go up one more. So when you watch Jeremiah Fear's game, the biggest thing you're gonna see is his ability to finish around the rim. So I want to make sure he had a very high driving layup because he does remind me a lot of Kyrie Irving, with just the way that he finishes. He can dunk a lot better than Kyrie. I don't really know if I want to give him a dunk rating higher than an 84, just because, like, he doesn't really strike me as anybody that posters anybody as of right now. At least from the clips I saw, he did do a lot of dunking. He does seem like he can get up there high, but posters itself, I don't know. Just for the sake of the video, we are going to give him the 87, and then we're probably going to give him the 90 lay. Um, yeah, for right now, at least. Staying dunk, we're probably going to keep the same where it's at now. Now, for him, he's not the best three-point shooter. He only shot 28% from three last year. So I don't want to give him too high of a three-point shot. 83 three-point shot is way too high for him. So I'm thinking more of like a 78 or 77. I think 78 is good for set shot specialist. And we're going to get his mid-range up as well. I want to get his mid-range up to like an 85 just to give him dead eye, all these cool badges, and we're gonna make sure it's free throw. He does shoot like 80% from free throw, so we're gonna make sure he has at least 75. Pass accuracy, we're gonna put up to a 88 or 78. I mean, ball handle we're gonna put up to a 86, and speed ball we're gonna put to a 75. Now, like watching this game, he does get a decent amount of rebounds, so I want to make sure we get his defensive rebound up to a 60, just so he can get rebound chaser. Um, Overall, he does seem pretty strong in my personal opinion, so I want to give him this 73 strength, or I can only give him a 70, so I guess not. So we're gonna give him a 68 strength, and vertical we're gonna put up to an 80. Block, I'm not gonna put anything on his block. Um, if you know me, I like putting any and everything on your block, even if you are a smaller build. But today we're not going to. He averaged about 2 steals last season when he played college ball for the Sooners. So we're gonna give him an 85 steal. Compare that up with an 87. Is that 87? We're probably gonna give him an 80. Let's give him a 92 perimeter defense. And then interior defense, we're going to up this to a 70. Just make sure he has high defense out there. And then we're going to pretty much bump the rest on his speed and agility. We're going to make him super fast. I want his agility to be up to a 90, and I want his speed to be up to 85. And then we got a couple more points here that we can put in different places. I mean, is it possible to get his speed ball up to an 86? It's not. We can get up to an 85 and maybe move some stuff around. So let's see if we can do that. Yep, we can. Put that up to an 86. And we could up his block a little bit. We could up his standing dunk a little bit. The standing dunk goes up to a 35. His block goes up to a 44. Offensive rebound is probably where we're going to put it at, just because everybody needs a rebound as low as it is in the build. Anybody needs a rebound on this build for sure. So we get shades of Baron Davis, Dante DiVincenzo, and Kevin Porter Jr. The Baron Davis shades of does definitely strike something within this building. The Dante DiVincenzo and Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, doesn't really show anything to me. I guess this is like a better version of Kevin Porter Jr. I guess so. Um, let's see. We're on a build that gets pretty good. So let's do John Morant. I know John Morant's jump shot pretty decently. I mean, I don't know it the best. I play on big builds usually, so you gotta excuse me. Next year, I'm going to try to play with some more smaller guard builds, so I can know the better jump shot, or at least, excuse me, or at least get used to the smaller jump shots. But John Morant is always somebody that I've always picked, really just because he was my favorite player, but I have a reason for it. Jalen Brunson's late package I like a lot, so we're gonna keep it that way. And then dunk styles, we're gonna create our own go-to shots. Uh, I like Jordan Clarkson's little step back. Is it Jordan Clarkson's little pull up? Is that what it is as well? The little no, that's not the pull up. For pull up, I'm probably gonna use. I like Darius Garland's pull up. I think it's pretty good. Spin jumper. Give me give me AI. Excuse me. I like his little jumper just because of how fluent the motion is. It looks like in the hop jumper. I think this is where we get Jordan Clarkson with this glitched out jumper right there, and then post fade. We're not going to use the post fade, so I don't even look at. We're not going to look at post hop shots. We might use, I doubt it, but if so, we're going to use D Book and Nikhil Alexander Walker. I've seen as the one of the best. We don't get too many pass styles. I'll just pick John Morant just because I like it. Um, who's the other dribble style I saw? I don't know, but we don't even get Zion. I thought we. Am I tripping? It's restricted because we're only 6'4". Okay, my fault. I got back problems, so that's why I made these weird noises. I don't know who has the best drill style. Probably Garland. Signature size up. I like D Books, so we're gonna go D Books. Uh, um, yeah, I don't really know regular breakdown combo. Probably gonna use D Books as well. Like I said, I'm sorry guys for using oh god, oh god, oh god. Yep, my fault, my fault. I'm not trying to be a pussy, I'm not trying to be a bitch. But my back I have really bad back spasms. So the sound of that is the sounds I'm making is from a back spasm that I'm currently having, and I want to get these videos recorded. So I'm just gonna keep it pushing. Crossover, I don't know who has the best, but we're gonna use Darius Garland because I'm a fan of a lot of his stuff. Tyrese Halliburton's good here too. Spin. Of course we gotta use Penny. Do we use the step back? What step back do we use? We haven't got there yet. Okay. Hezzy. I like Paul George's hesitation. I don't think we can get it. Nope. I like Tyrese Halliburton as well. And then step back, we gotta use Zach LaVine. Triple threat style, we're gonna use Zach LaVine as well because I have seen it. So some people use it and I love it. So regular, we're gonna get some back scratchers. I want to get some back scratchers on here. I want to get some quick drops, and I want to get some athletic one-handers, and maybe some tomahawks. And now from this point on, I want to get some contact dunks. So we were able to get small contacts. We're able to get the pros, and I believe we're able to get the the alley-oop contacts as well. So we're just gonna say yes to all these. Also get this. Is there any windmills I can get from this? There is some reverse windmills. We're gonna say no to those. Leaning windmills, those are my favorite. Front windmills, those are good too. And any other windmills. Now they do have some cradle ducks though, so we're gonna get that as well. All right, and then we're going to save and exit. And then we're gonna go back to test build. Oh, duck style test build creator. 5v5. Let's see. Jeremiah Fears went to he went pick 7, I do believe, right? I believe he went pick 7. That means he's going to be on the Pels. Let's do Pelicans versus the Mavericks just because the Mavericks had the first overall pick. So this will put him in a predicament looking just like this. Except for CJ McCollum switched out with Jordan Poole because for some reason Jordan Poole is on the Pelicans. I don't know. I think that's a very dumb trade. I'm not even going to get into all that. I think it's a dumb trade. So now I want to make that, but use Missy comes back. I think we just missed time the dunk rather than we just missed it. We're 6'4". We're fast as all living shit. This build seems so super fast. And there's one more build I'm doing. I'm just gonna give it up for you if y'all didn't know. It's Trey Johnson. He's my favorite prospect in this draft. He's my favorite prospect in this draft. Like I said, I just really love his game. I want to see him develop a little bit more on defense. Like I know he's not the worst defender ever, so I'm not trying to sit here and act like he is. But I love to see the way that he develops on defense because we already know he is like the probably from what Stephen A. Smith said and a lot of other people said he's the best shooter in the draft. And best shooter in the draft might be a stretch, but best scorer in the draft is definitely not. It's between him and Cooper, of course, but I think Trey Johnson might have it over Cooper for sure. I'm gonna go watch some film on Trey Johnson. I know I watched a lot of film already, just from seeing like I knew I was gonna like him just the way that he dressed coming out there with the little shorts. He was the only person that was wearing shorts the whole night, which was good to see. I like the way that his the top of the suit, whatever you want to call it, the actual suit part, like the coat and all that. I like the way that fit him and everything. That was pretty cool. And also the speech. What really got me is the speech that he gave after he got drafted. Really, or like the little promo video they do. That really, I'm used to playing on my team, so like I'm not used to these animation at all. The little speech he gave really was just like, yeah, I like this dude a lot. So Trey Johnson is going to be my next video, either coming out today or coming out today or coming out tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure how many times I've yawned this video, but I am very tired. And there we go again. So yeah, like I said, this build, I mean, it's not really meant to shoot, and that's for a good reason. The reason is Jeremiah figures like he has some upside. He can shoot. I feel like he definitely has a stroke where he can learn. So that was a dumb jumping decision by me, but never mind. I get the rebound. Just overall, like I said, he has the stroke. He could develop the shot, but he shot 28% for last year. Just maybe, like I'm not saying Jeremiah Fears should have done this, but maybe if he, no, he went 7, but maybe if he did reclassify, he could have went as a top 3, top 4 pick next year if he reclassified and got that shot down. Or if he just had that shot down earlier, he probably would have been Utah's pick going into 4th. Right? Was it 4th? Was Utah's pick? It was Mavs, Spurs, Sixers, Hornets, Jazz, Wizards, Pels, Nets. Pels, Nets, number 9, forgot. Number 10's the Rockets. 11's the Hawks, right? Are they 13th? Or somewhere. They're in the lottery, I know for a fact. Something like that. Which the Rockets pick got traded to Phoenix. So come on, Maluak is going to Phoenix. And did they trade? I think did they trade or sign for him? I think they traded him. Traded for Mark Williams, which everybody is like, everybody's like, yeah, like you needed, let's take this easy bucket. Like, yeah, you needed some centers, of course you did, but like at the same time, you know, it's the fact that you traded away players when you we're gonna draft a center anyways, I guess type thing. And I definitely understand that, but again, you want two of every position. You want a starter and you want a backup. We're gonna shoot this shot. You want a starter and you want a backup, and that's what they got. They got a starter, Mark Williams, somebody that could really just play for him now, and they got Kaman Maluak, that could, or Maliuch, however you pronounce his name. That's how I pronounced his name before in the past, but I heard Maluak, so I'm gonna use that from now on. They got Kaman Maluak, who's like, really good, and he played at Duke. He could be a really good backup, and eventually, I think 110% going to be a very good starter. I really wanted the Nets to get him with their pick. Uh, who did they pick at 8? I'm forgetting here. They picked Igor Demin. Yeah, I really wanted them to pick him at 8 because I know that they have all these other picks, and they also picked Nolan Dreyor at 19th. So maybe they didn't need a point guard, but I mean, Igor Demin still being on the board. I mean, he's a 6'9" point guard who can pass the ball a crazy amount. They passed up on Kasparis. I feel like they should have got Kasparis, Yakuchonis, and they got Danny Wolf and Ben Saraf, who are very good back-to-back picks right there. That's who I wanted them to take for both of those picks. But I think that they should have got Kasparis rather than Nolan Traore, and I think that they could have drafted either Kaman Maluach to have behind, as they have Dayron Sharp, but he is only 6'9". I think you'd get better positioning of him playing like power forward. But hey, it's not my thing. But I understand. But I feel like also trading either Nick Claxton to get this good point guard role, or trading Nick Claxton for a small forward. And I thought a trade was going to happen with Cam Johnson, you know, to move up to get Ace Bailey or something like that. But honestly, the Nets could have got by with trading like 2 seconds. Probably by trading like 2 seconds in their first just to move up to fucking 6 to get Trey Johnson or something like that. Anyways, this is my Jeremiah Fears build. I hope that y'all like the build. This is a very, I mean, I'm not going to say it's an offensive oriented build. I mean, we do have the two-way name, and we do have a 92 perimeter defense, 85 steal. Usually, you'll hear me say, use your cap breakers on this. You get 5 cap breakers. Honestly, I don't know where I'd put them at just because of how good this build is off the rip. I mean, you see, you know, you see how this build already looks here, and I don't know if there's anything better you can get from it. I mean, yes, you could take this perimeter defense down to a 87, and then from there put on a shit ton of physicals, or even up your driving layup and driving dunk a little bit more, or add some shooting if you want it to be not as realistic, but you still want some shooting, to do that. Add some playmaking, add some ball handle. Whatever you do, I wouldn't be mad at it. But just remember, you have 5 cap breakers. At least I do. By this point, I'm just gonna assume you do as well. Have 5 cap breakers at this point. Use them wisely. This build is good. With that being said, this is gonna be probably my last video of the night. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.